Is there a chance that there is life somewhere in or outside our universe? Researchers have invested a significant amount of their time and effort into attempting to answer that question, but so far they haven't made much headway. After the James Webb Telescope discovered carbon dioxide gas emanating from one of the planets in the cosmos, there was a renewed sense of optimism regarding the possibility of finding life outside of Earth. What was the James Webb Space Telescope able to discover, and what does it imply? Thanks for taking the time to watch this video, in which I'll discuss how the James Webb Space Telescope could finally locate evidence of life after 43 years. Make sure that you stay with me until the very end of this. People have been interested in the question of whether or not there is life on other planets for a very long time now. Some scientists are convinced that there is no life on other planets because there is insufficient evidence to support the hypothesis. Another school of thought contends that the search for extraterrestrial life has been unsuccessful but does not nullify the possibility of life existing elsewhere. Reasonable considerations, such as those found in physics and philosophy, serve as the foundation for their viewpoints. In light of this, which of these two schools of thought is more likely to be correct? Obtaining some concrete evidence is the only way to know the truth. Physical discovery of life elsewhere outside Earth would be the only indisputable evidence. This would end the debates and controversies that for so long have been in space science, and this is where the James Webb Space Telescope comes into play. Scientists have all reasons to smile after the James Webb Space Telescope was launched into space in December 2021. For years, astronauts could not observe objects that were too distant from the Earth with the Hubble Space Telescope. The telescope, though better than other terrestrial telescopes, was only able to observe objects that were 12.9 billion years or less away. More findings were needed to answer more questions that kept on coming up. As a result, scientists had to come up with an instrument that would suit their needs. They needed an instrument that would be positioned further away from the Earth. Due to its larger size, greater distance from Earth, and increased sophistication, the James Webb Space Telescope can observe objects that were previously unable to be followed. These include things that are very far away, faint, or early in the day. Two of the most remarkable characteristics of the James Webb Space Telescope are its high resolution and its sensitivity to infrared light. This allows the telescope to study objects in deep space whose light cannot reach our planet. It is hoped that the JWST will provide insights into the composition of objects found in our galaxy. We also anticipate that the JWST will provide evidence supporting the Big Bang Theory regarding the origin of our universe. However, of much importance is the mission to search for indications of life beyond Earth. True to its objective, the JWST just made a fantastic discovery. In less than a year, the James Webb Space Telescope has collected evidence that may point to the existence of life outside Earth. Not in our universe, but outside. The telescope recently discovered that the planet WASP 39b has carbon dioxide. Do you know what that means? Be sure to follow this to the end. WASP 39b is an exoplanet with the nickname Hot Jupiter by some. 2011 was the year scientists discovered this planet, but they found no signs of life there back then. This planet is unique in every way imaginable. This gas giant planet has temperatures reaching 900 degrees Celsius at its hottest point. The world is found in the Virgo constellation, and its distance from Earth is approximately 700 light-years. Its radius is about 1.27 times that of Jupiter, but its mass is only 0.28 times that of Jupiter. Every 4 days, the exoplanet goes around its host star, WASP 39. Its location from WASP 30 is only a tiny approximate distance of 7 million kilometers. This is one of the reasons why the planet is scorching. The Hubble Space Telescope has found trace amounts of water vapor, sodium, and potassium in the planet's atmosphere. The unprecedented infrared sensitivity of the JWST made it possible to be the instrument that first provided evidence of the presence of carbon dioxide on WASP 39b. Do you know what that means? There is a possibility that life could be found on WASP 39b. We are now aware that there is carbon dioxide in WASP 39b's atmosphere. What exactly does this signify for scientists? To be more specific, what does this mean? Many have attributed the origin of our universe to the Big Bang Theory. but who existed during those times. It is only by scientific studies that we can affirm this concept. Carbon dioxide molecules are sensitive tracers that can be utilized to gain knowledge regarding the processes involved in forming planets. If one can determine what makes up a planet's atmosphere, one will have a better understanding of the history and evolution of that planet. Because of the unusually high concentration of carbon dioxide on this giant gas planet, it is possible to determine the ratio of the amount of solid matter to the amount of gaseous matter on this planet. If more evidence on the existence of carbon dioxide is made, it will be possible to trace if this, like other planets in our universe, originated from the Big Bang. Again, we will understand the planet's processes since its formation. Searching for any indications of life on other planets is extremely challenging. Even in our solar system, where we can send probes and orbiters to fascinating worlds like Mars, it is difficult to determine whether or not any form of microbial life is present or ever was present. To look for absorption or emission lines that show the presence of gases made by life, scientists have to watch how an exoplanet's atmosphere bends starlight. Over time, that has never proven in any way easy. But let's check if there is any connection between the presence of carbon dioxide in a planet's atmosphere and life. Another possible indication of life on a planet is the presence of carbon dioxide in the atmosphere. This gas is one of the byproducts that results from the breakdown of organic matter. Carbon dioxide is, once again, one of the most important greenhouse gases. Greenhouse gases are present, for example, in the atmosphere of the Earth to shield the planet from the potentially hazardous effects of the radiation of the Sun. That adds one more piece to the puzzle, pointing to the possibility that WASP-39b could support life. Carbon dioxide was found in the WASP-39b atmosphere. However, carbon dioxide alone may not prove that a planet helps life, but when combined with other gases such as methane, it may be a clear indicator that WASP-39b supports life. The discovery of carbon dioxide just provoked the need for even more research. We cannot wait to get more from the JWST. WASP-39b, like other planets, is observed while moving through space. The orbits of such objects are observed from an edge-on perspective, as opposed to a top-down view. So let us have a check. Still in motion, how did NASA discover that there was carbon dioxide on WASP-39b? During transit, the brightness of starlight is reduced for two reasons. First, some of it is entirely eclipsed by the planet, which is responsible for the overall dimming. And two, some of it is transmitted through the planet's atmosphere. As a result, scientists can determine exactly what components make up an atmosphere by analyzing minute variations in the intensity of the light transmitted across a spectrum of wavelengths. This is possible because different gases absorb different color combinations. WASP-39b is a good target because it has a significant atmosphere and moves through space often. Scientists were able to make this critical discovery aided by the JWST, which could take note of faint light. As much as a few scientists doubted the discovery, the images shared by NASA on the 25th of August 2022 offer a solid ground that there is carbon dioxide. However, NASA shared that they are doing more research to affirm this finding. The James Webb Space Telescope has been responsible for several discoveries that have broadened our perspective of the universe. And guess what? You have not heard enough. It is anticipated that the JWST will conduct similar research for many planets over the next decade, shedding light on the nuances of the formation of planets and the evidence of life there. For a very long time, one of the most challenging tasks for scientists has been investigating the composition of tiny rocky planets. This is because they are pretty distant and very dim. However, the JWST shows a lot of potential. The telescope was launched into space to be in operation for 5 years. If the pattern of amazing discoveries keeps up, the James Webb Space Telescope will give us even more proof about whether or not we are the only intelligent life in the universe. However, what are your thoughts on this matter? Do you think the discovery of carbon dioxide means that there is life in WASP-39b? Tell us in the section below devoted to the comments. If you like the video, kindly click the like, share and subscribe buttons below this video. In addition, you can get notifications whenever a new video is uploaded by clicking the bell icon. See you in the following video.